Hey everybody, welcome back to my travel vlog, and today we are going to be talking about Amsterdam. So let's get started on Amsterdam. I was flying from Rome to get to Denmark. As you know, I always travel with my aunt and my cousin. But before we even got there, when I was planning the trip, I was telling my aunt, I was like, we have to get to Denmark, so we might as well stop in Amsterdam on the way. We can stop there for like 3 or 4 days. So she was like, are you sure? She was like super scared. And she was like, are you sure you want to go to this place? Because, I've heard a lot of stories of them grabbing girls in hostels, and there's a lot of negative things. And she was just so freaked out about it. Like, you could tell she was really dubious about going to this place. And I was like, it's the 3 of us. Nothing's going to happen. And, that's just stereotype. So I convinced her that this would be an awesome idea. And we flew in from Rome to Amsterdam. So we got into the airport, and our host had sent us instructions on which trains to catch, and she sent us instructions on how to get to the apartment that we were renting out. We are waiting in Amsterdam by the train. Auntie's eating her cake. I don't know what Elsie's doing. We're in Amsterdam waiting for the tram to get to where we have to go. And so our host met us at the train station, and we walked to the apartment that we were staying. So this is a shameless plug. Hosts are so important. That is one of the reasons why for every single Nick Trip adventure, I was so adamant about having a host meet each and every single one of you guys at the airport. Like, that was so important to me. And after years of traveling, I am so happy that I implemented that, because when I recount the stories and how having a host added to the experience, you have no idea. But you guys are gonna see when you tag along with me on my next adventure. Shameless plug over. Okay, so the very first day, our first order of business was the Van Gogh Museum. A friend of mine from back home, yes, Michael, was telling me about the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. And I remember telling my aunt about it, and she was like, no, we have to go, because she is a huge fan of Van Gogh and his story and his life and everything else. She's just a huge fan of his. And so we were like, okay, that is going to be first on the list. And I really wanted to go see the Anne Frank house. So we were like, okay, we're going to go to the Van Gogh Museum, and then we're going to go to the Anne Frank house. And so we went to the Van Gogh Museum, and listen, it was worth every single dollar. It was not too fussy. It was not too shwishy, as I call it, not too uppity. I've been to a lot of museums, and whoever curated that particular museum, in my opinion, did such a great job. And so I loved the Van Gogh Museum. It was just awesome. Great experience. So once we were done with the Van Gogh Museum, we went to the Anne Frank house. Listen to me. Have you ever been to Disney World? If you've ever been to Disney World, that line is insane. Man, when I saw that line, it was like, oh, no. I can't do it. I can't. Because that's how ridiculously long that line was. I mean, down the block. So I was like, I'm good. I am good. When I come back, I will make a next attempt to get into this house. So the next day, we got up, we were like, we're going to go to the center. We're going to go to this town center, and we're going to do like some exploring and see, what's going on and everything. So we got to the town center, and we were like, we're going to go see this red light district. Because we here. Why not? Even though that's not the reason that we're going. That's not the reason why we're in Amsterdam. We're not there to see the red light district. We're not there to smoke weed. We're not there to get drunk and go crazy. That's not what we're there for. However, this is day 2, and we're curious. Why not? So we went to the city center, and we were asking people. We were like, okay, how do we get to this red light district? We want to go. We're gonna see it. And this lady was like, oh, well, there's a prostitution museum as well. You can go and take a look at that. So now we're curious. We want to go see this museum, And it just started raining, and I'm talking about, it was pouring rain. So we are in Amsterdam, and it is raining. It is raining bad. Not bad, but it's cold as hell. And Lee said, We are headed to the red light district. And who wants to go and see it?
Mommy.
Ilzy wants to go to the prostitution museum.
Oh my god.
So we are headed in the rain. Rain, please see rain, please see rain, please hear rain, please hear rain to see this museum. Yes, Amsterdam. It was raining so hard and we were like, you know what? We are not going to stress ourselves out. It's freezing and it raining. We good. We're good. Yeah, so we didn't go to the red light district because it was raining so much and Charlie ain't that serious. We were like, you know what? Let's walk around the town center. Listen, that's a little district in itself. So we went into like the different stores. Listen, jaw meets floor. That's what it was. It was like, what? We are so prudish. It's not funny, but it's good to go out into different environments to explore and to experience new things. So that's one of the great things that came out of those experiences. So anyway, so we ended up in this souvenir shop. Everything was marijuana inspired or influenced, or, you know, you had a keychain, it had Amsterdam, and then you had like the pot plant on it, or you had t-shirts and all kind of different things. So they had like a bunch of edibles, like all of the food, the ice cream, the candy, everything was marijuana infused. And so we were speaking to the manager and he was like, man, you should try it. You know, it's not a big deal. You know, this isn't going to send you crazy. And, you know, he sold us. So we were like, you know what? We are going to live on the edge. We are going to try edible. When in Rome, in this case, when in Amsterdam, why not? It's a muffin, not going to kill you. So my aunt got a ice cream bar and a muffin, and I got a muffin. So we were like, listen, we was buzzing with excitement. We were so excited, we were thrilled. So we got our stuff and we went back to the apartment. So this time I'm like, you know what? I need to prepare myself for this new experience. I made some tea. So I had my little tea ready, the lights off. I had my iPad. So I have my novel, my tea is there, and I have my muffin. I'm ready to go eat this muffin. My aunt had already ate her ice cream bar. She'd already ate her muffin. And she's like, okay, let's see what this does. And contrary to popular belief, Caribbean people don't just sit around doing that all day. We don't just sit around eating edibles or smoking all day. That's not what we do. So anyway, so this is my first time, you know, we excited, a buzz. So after I ate it, an hour passed, nothing happened. 2 hours passed, nothing happened. So I was like, it's kind of strange now. 3 hours passed, nothing happened. 4 hours passed. I'm still reading my book. Nothing happens. 5 hours pass. It's like 1:30 in the morning. And my aunt's like, I think we got swung. Like that man swung us. He took us for a ride. Like there was nothing in these things. It's either the stuff had expired because they probably were sitting on the shelf for such a long time, or that's not what was in those things. So it was like, well, mother sick. So you mean to tell me we spent $10 on that ice cream bar, must see $6 on that small little muffin? We get swing. We get swing. We got swing. Like, but you know what? That's what we get. That's what we get. I got online and I started Googling, you know, this stuff, and there were persons warning against things like that. Don't just go into like any old regular shop, or especially not a souvenir store, to buy anything like that. You know, they have cafes. The most popular cafe, I think it's called the Bulldog. A lot of persons were saying like that is where you go because they have professionals and the people are pretty up and up. So we were like, man, you know what? That's just a sign saying that we don't need to try it. We are not those people who are like, okay, yeah, so now tomorrow come, we got to go tomorrow. We got to go find a next one, and we got to, because we have to have this experience. No, it's not what we really came there for. It was just the spur of the moment, and it didn't happen. So it didn't happen. And that's that. Simple. So the next day we got up and we just meandered around the city. But it ain't raining though. But it ain't raining though. Clear sky. At Auntie because Auntie can't pronounce the words.
Okay, so I saw something turn pink.
Yes, because she's laughing at her own mom. The words that she can't even pronounce, by the way. Yeah, and so we really enjoyed ourselves. One of the regrets that I have is that I didn't try any native foods. I regret that, but when I go back, I will rectify that for sure. So once we were done doing that, we went back to our apartment and we made dinner. My cousin cooked for us. This is our Airbnb. It's a little messy. This is our view. Outside, the sun is about to set, but this is Amsterdam. This is our view. It's really pretty. This is the living room. Really nice, really nice. And then this is the kitchen where Ilse is cooking us a meal. Say hi, Ilse.
Hi.
She's pretending that she's so busy in work because when she sees
Pretending.
this. Really nice kitchen. Got all the spices and everything here. All of the nice food and there you go, that's top chef. She's already got the attitude of an old chef. Here you go. Then we have Auntie lounging in the second bedroom, talking. And then this is the balcony. Yep, and that's that. And Auntie is here talking, chilling out. I don't know, she's probably supposed to be making me some juice or something.
What?
Okay. This is our apartment in Amsterdam. And that was it. And we were just so happy that we were in this awesome city and we reflected. And that was that. The next day we caught the train back to the airport and we were off to Denmark. So here are some tips when you are visiting Amsterdam for the first time. Here are some tips that hopefully will help you to have a greater experience. So tip number one is definitely to watch out for the bikes. There are a lot of bikes in Amsterdam. I mean, it's on a next level. You will never see nothing like this. You have never experienced this in your life. And we kept on wandering off into the bike lane. And I'm not saying that those people are gonna just run you down and they're ruthless. No, but they are going at a pace. They're going at a speed. And if you are in their way, it's going to be kind of difficult for them to just brake right on demand and avoid knocking you down. So you want to be cautious of wandering off into that bike lane. The second tip is that Amsterdam is so much more than the red light district. It's so much more than recreational weed, getting drunk and partying. You could do all that stuff too if that is what floats your boat, but there is so much more to do. There's amazing architecture, the art, the canals, just the culture in itself. There's so much to do. There's so much to see. And it's more than just the stereotypes. The last thing that I would say, and I think we've gotten off tips, but this is more like something that I appreciated a whole lot, was how safe Amsterdam was. And when I say that, you know, I've said that about a few cities. And so when I say that, I always put a disclaimer on the side of that saying that everybody has a different experience. So I'm going to go with my experience. I'm going to tell you about my experience. And my experience was that it was super safe. There was a point in our trip where we caught an Uber and the Uber driver was asking us about our experience. And I asked him, I said, one of the things that I noticed about Amsterdam is how safe it is and how everybody, you know, everything is so relaxed here. And he said, you know, we police ourselves. He was telling me about an incident the day before where there was an accident where not something fatal. It wasn't a major accident. It wasn't anything fatal, but it was more like, it was a little bit more than a fender bender. And he said there was no police that was called. The persons worked it out amongst themselves and that was it. And he said, that is typical, you know, policing yourself and knowing how to conduct yourself. You know, that is something that they practice a lot in Amsterdam. And I was like, man, that's good. That is so cool. That is good, man. That's good. And a next tip that I would give would be to book your accommodations during the week and not the weekend. You are going to find that your accommodations in Amsterdam are going to be on a next level, super expensive. And from what I understand, it's double during the weekend. And I'm not exaggerating. You can Google it and you will find that out. It is literally double. And so you want to go to Amsterdam during the weekdays. Very important. So that's it. That is my take on Amsterdam. I would say at this point in my life, I could see myself living in Amsterdam for like 2 or 3 years. Like that's how much I love Amsterdam. It's so much more than the stereotypes. Trust me. Also, if you haven't noticed, I have on my orange shirt. Orange is like the national color of the Netherlands. Even though their flag is red, white, and blue, it is the color of the royal family. There's a whole history behind it. So that's why I have on this orange shirt. So that was my vlog on Amsterdam. So, see, I just want y'all to see how cute my nails look. I can't lie. Like this COVID thing, this really giving me time to be all girly and stuff like that with my nails and everything. But I've been like that though, but yes, I just want y'all to see my nails. This is me trying to fix my hair so y'all can see my nails. So yes, Amsterdam, really nice. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's vlog. If you are on Facebook, be sure to like this page, like this video, and share. If you are on YouTube, subscribe. I am transferring all of my content onto a new YouTube channel, and so subscribe to the new channel. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you all next week.